Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I am your host, Dennis Patholkis, and this is another episode of Is It Worth My Time? The Rook Edition. Now, The Rook is on Starz. I know a lot of you probably don't watch Starz anymore, or if at all, but I was able to actually catch it. So I figured, I did watch the entire series, and I figured I'd cover it a little bit. So I'm going to get a little business done first, and then I'll get into it. So if you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Also, if you don't like me, you can hit the dislike button. You can just go down below in the comment section and tell me what it is you don't like. Give me some constructive criticism. Also, you can go to my website, suspendedfanimation.com, and see what my schedule is there. Also, if you want to, you can hit the bell down below here and you can get notifications of when I'm on live. You may get a 50-50 chance of actually having that happen. So, hey, I'm not alone. I'm surprised. I kind of figured I was going to be alone for this one, but I wasn't sure. I also have that schedule up on my Facebook page, Suspended Animation, and I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I also have a Patreon page, but I don't have any tiers set up on the Patreon page. Like I said, the end of this year, most likely I will, once I have some stuff that I can put in there. So I don't blame you, Pen. A lot of people aren't watching Starz, especially with their new format. Their new formats. So their new format is, as the CEO put it, of that they are not. They're trying to draw in a largely female audience. So that is what they're skewing their shows towards and their demographic towards. They want a female audience. That was the reason why they canceled Counterpart. Even though Counterpart was doing very well in the ratings, they said it was just the ratings were, or the demographic for that show is skewing male. So that was the reason why they did that. Hey, Sir Cam Lanes. Yeah, it does show with this show. So The Rook is actually based on a book by Daniel O'Malley, and it's actually his first book. He wrote this in 2012. The thing that changes in the TV show versus the book is actually based on a so with the what they're supposed to be is they're fighting supernatural things. That's what this group is supposed to be about. They protect Great Britain from supernatural things. In the show, they are a clandestine group. They're called the Shake, by the way. So, and it's based on it's actually named after their building that they're in. Um, and they are essentially a group like MI7, MI6, something like that. They were a secret organization. They still are until they're getting close to being found out, kind of like MI6 and MI7 were and made public. And they are composed of people that have abilities, powers. In the book, it was people that had abilities that were supernatural in nature, so it was a little bit different. For example, the main character, Miffany Thomas, uh, she in the book was able to, if she touched someone, she could take them over, like inhabit them, kind of thing. Whereas in the show, she actually is able to control people's electrical impulses around people. So she can freeze someone, in place by, using her ability. She can also kill people depending on how much of a charge she puts out. So what the show revolves around is Miffany waking up in the rain with all these dead bodies around her and not knowing who she is. And she has a letter in her pocket that's addressed to you, is what it says. And she has written herself a letter telling her, that she can either go and create a new life. There's two keys in her pocket as well, two safe deposit boxes. She can either go and start a new life, new identity, or she can retain, continue her old life, with the other key. And she wants to know what the hell is happening, basically. So she decides to go back to her old life. And quite honestly, this ends up, yes, it is a red key and a blue key. Exactly, Pen. You guessed it right. It is a red key and a blue key. Yes, we dust off that old chestnut as well. It's that predictable. Um, now, granted, there are some good premises within the show, but they take so fucking long to get to that, quite honestly, I didn't care by the time I was at the end. I got to the end, I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. But they really kind of dragged it out. And the way I can liken it to, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but if you've ever been on a date with someone who tries to be really fucking mysterious and doesn't tell you, stuff about them, like their background and things like that, and you kind of have to guess it out, and it becomes very tiring after a while. Or if you've had friends like that are kind of shady and don't tell you things, and that's really what this show is. They withhold information from you until the very last moment. Then they're like, oh, here's the information. It's like, okay, well, we could have had that information like about 3 or 4 episodes back, which would have moved the shit along a lot faster than what we got to now. And they're doing it to be mysterious and to lead you along a journey and whatnot. It's the inner garden or whatever the fuck it's called, and it's, no, I'm sorry, it's not. There was, I mean, you do have in this show, uh, you know, how can I say? So Olivia Munn plays an American character. So a lot of countries have their own version of the shake, and so she's the American counterpart, and she's over there investigating this. Basically, people kidnap these people with abilities and sell them on the black market to highest bidders, to other governments, things like that, so they can use them for whatever abilities they have. That's actually kind of interesting. Olivia Munn's character, who's powered, by the way, is looking for um, an agent of hers that was also her lover, who has disappeared, years ago and thought of as dead. But yeah, there's a lot of really weird shit that goes on in here, and it's messy. It really is messy. Telfanobi, he's a poozer for not being here. Yeah, he is chained in the basement, most likely. I'm so cool and mysterious. It's not awkward at all that I just said that about myself. Yeah, sure. You can spin that story, Viking bitch, that he's just leaving work. We know he's chained in your basement. Give him some water already. Throw him a donut or something. So yeah, it wasn't, like I said, if they had moved this plot along a bit faster than what they did and actually concentrated on some other parts of the storyline than what they did. Quite honestly, I got bored of Miffany after a while, and then also the stupid spelling of the name. They even make it a point in the show talking about the spelling of her name, that it's supposed to be interesting and whatever. No, it's not. It's stupid. It's like spelling candy with an I with a heart over it, instead of a Y. No, it's not interesting. It's stupid. For all those candies out there, I don't apologize. So, correct your name. Learn how to spell. Yeah, I'm. So, is it worth your time? No, it's not. It really is not worth your time. I suffered for you on this one. I went through it. I thought it was going to get better, and I just deluded myself. Is what happened, and I hate myself for it, quite honestly. But yeah, well, what can I say? And the thing is, it's got some really good actors in it. It really does, except for Olivia Munn. And do they think the women are vapid and insipid? Yes, they do, Viking bitch. They are still operating on 1990s versions of what women want, kind of thing. And that's why you have shit like Outlander on their programming. This show, um, American Gods, which they retooled. Um, yeah, and why they canceled stuff like Counterpart. Ash versus Evil Dead, stuff that was actually good and edgy and had, some great writing and some good show running. Yeah, there you go. And also the production quality of this. Honestly, you could have removed the superpowers from it and still made it just a spy story. That's where you would have been at. And they could have just had it that, she was a spy that was wanting to defect or something. Yeah. And it would have been the same fucking plot, quite honestly. Penn says at least Outlander is done pretty is well done, pretty garbage, but Starz is crazy for thinking it's all they need. Yeah. With this show, I don't think it got the numbers that they thought it was going to, and I think it might have, I know it got a second season, but I'm pretty sure it didn't get the numbers they thought it was going to. I mean, I watched it on demand, is what I watched it on my time. I didn't watch it when it was actually airing. And even then, I got up in the middle of stuff and walked around. And yeah, I did get a second season. So yeah, it's not a pretty show. Well, I should say it's a pretty show, but it's not a well done show. There we go. Yeah. I go into these things, I want to like them, but if you're going to cater to a stereotype or an ideal, something like that, of an ideal of a stereotype, I would say that at that much, as to what you think women want from this, instead of going out and asking some people, maybe do a little poll, maybe you know instead of basing your entire uh, you know programming schedule on stuff that's outdated, quite frankly. Because I think people have left a lot of. I think people have left Stars in droves at this point. I'm from what I read, it was that they were hurting. That Lionsgate was hurting on this. A Viking Bitch says, "You know what women really like? A good story, great writing, and an excellent plot. Counterpart, bastards. Exactly." And that had strong women characters in it too. I don't understand, just because it had a large male base that was male audience base on it, that's the reason why they canceled it. I mean, fuck, you look at Gift Horse in the Mouth, you've got a good ratings boost on that thing, and it was growing because word of mouth was growing on Counterpart, and you cancel it. That's just stupid. It was like saying, no, I don't need the money. you know I don't need subscribers on my channel at all. I say that all the time. I don't need any subscribers. Yeah, exactly. No, you want subscribers to your channel. God. Counterpart deserved to have every last subscriber leave after canceling Counterpart. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, again, is it worth your time? No, it's not. It's not worth your time at all. Um, Skip it. Go and watch something else. I'm trying to think of anything else that would be worth it. I mean, at this point, there's actually better stuff on Netflix right now than what Starz is putting out there. Yeah. Uh yeah, and American Gods is no better. There we go. Sir Camlane says that's how I found you, and another channel was from Counterpart. Yeah. I know, Sir Camlanes. Uh yeah, Counterpart was a lot of good fun. Yeah. Yes, I was on another channel before. Long ago. Actually, not that long ago, but still long enough. It's been almost a year now, believe it or not. Yeah. Another couple of months and it'll be a 1 year anniversary. Hmm. What is that now? Yeah, it's going to be 3 more months. There we go. Oh, well, don't fuck Starz. They don't deserve that kind of pleasure. That just makes you a Starz fucker, is what that makes you, Viking bitch, if you do that. So, yeah, in December, Viking bitch, it'll be a year. I think it was like December 15th, December 18th, something like that. So, I haven't really said how I really feel, Penn. Yeah. But if you want to know what's coming up next, tomorrow is going to be Titan Season 2, Episode 3. And I'm liking where they're going so far after the second episode. The second episode is really good. So I'm looking forward to that. Saturday is going to be Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about and talk about all of that stuff. And Sunday is going to be the final lackluster season of Preacher. Monday, I'm off. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And I believe that is going to be Disenchantment, the Netflix animated show Disenchantment. Wednesday, I'm off. Thursday will be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And I haven't figured out what I'm doing yet. So I will find something for it, but I don't know what. Maybe another movie. Maybe John Wick 4. Is it 3? 4. 3. That's right, 3. Although I did do a mini review of John Wick 3, so who knows? SBO is the shit. Come back and support Dennis. Thank you, Viking bitch. Yeah, SBO is a lot of fun. Come on in for SBO. And if you're still on the fence about joining up, at the end of this video, you're going to see a video pop up here. It's actually going to take a video out of my vast video library based on the algorithms of all the stuff that you watch. And it's going to pluck one of those videos up and match it to all that kind of stuff and put it up there right for you. Up here is going to be the last video I did, which was another Is It Worth My Time? And that was Hellboy 2019. That'll be up there for you. So that's at the end of this video. Yeah. So again, to wrap things up, not worth your time. Don't bother with it. I mean, you could check it out if you want to. It's not the worst piece of shit in the world, quite honestly, but it's not. It's really. There's other stuff to watch out there that's a lot better. Go and watch Legion again. Watch Batman Beyond. It's on DC Universe. Go watch that. Or if you're into Farscape, go and watch Farscape. Maybe you want to finally watch Hellboy. Yeah, Penn. Like I said, Hellboy was not bad. It just was cut badly. That's all, and just had too much stuff going on. I could see what was wrong with it and where there were problems with it, but overall, no, it had the right bones to it. Yeah. There are several Batman Beyonds on DC streaming. Do I watch them all? There's only one Batman Beyond series, Pen Farm Girl. So the Batman Beyond series is only 3 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons, and it's actually really good. Then there's a movie. It's Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, which is really good. Really, really good. In fact, it's one of those things that's, I would say, is a classic DC storyline. That's how good it is. And yeah, hopefully one day they actually do a movie on it, because it's worth it. It really is worth it. Bruce Timm is the shit. That's all I can say on that. He really is. Him and Paul Dini together. Those two are the golden boys right there. Yeah. And I mean, there's so much stuff in Batman Beyond that works if you're a fan of sci-fi as well. You don't need to even be a big fan of superheroes for it. There's a lot of sci-fi stuff because it's futuristic, and even that is really good. Yeah. So you get a little bit of time travel in there. You get some genetic splicing. You get all kinds of robotics, everything. Viking Bitch says, the older I get, the less time I have left, so I can't waste it on bad TV. I even gave up on Preacher. Yeah, I know the feeling, Viking Bitch. I only have 2 episodes left, so I'm finishing it out. I'm going to see where it goes. I doubt it's going to end well. It looks like it's just going to go out with a whimper. It's not going to be a Legion ending where, they gave us some fucking awesome TV and you're just like, fuck yeah, that was some good stuff. No, this one's going to go out pretty badly. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't hold everything to Preacher's, high level of status because it's unrealistic, quite honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm feeling the Legion pain right now. I'm looking at my my subscribers. I've lost a couple of subscribers here. Also my views have gone down. They're mainly because of Legion. I know this. Legion is done, and so are those viewers. And there's nothing really good to replace it, quite honestly. Nothing of that caliber, I should say, because there's no more counterpart either. Yeah. But I digress. So anyway, if you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. Also, hit that, take a look at the video up there if you're still on the fence about joining up. You can see my schedule on suspendedfanimation.com. You can also take a look at me on Twitter, on Instagram, and I also have a Patreon page as well. There's a third listing for Batman Beyond shorts. Huh. I didn't know that, Pen. I might have to take a look at that myself. Well, people didn't have to unsub for that. Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny, Viking Bitch. Yeah, it's not a lot of people. It was probably like about maybe about 10 people, but still, it's enough where I notice it. Yeah, and then also the subscribers have tapered off a bit as well. YouTube has been unsubscribing people too. I heard other channels talking about, well, maybe that might be it too. Well, hopefully they find their way back. I haven't unsubscribed to anybody, so I don't do that. The algorithm change. Ugh. I hate when they mess with the algorithm, quite honestly. It really sucks when they do it. Yeah. Yeah, so join me tomorrow for Titans. Saturday for Saturday Morning Blast Off. Sunday for Preacher, if you dare. And of course, next week for both of the Is It Worth My Time? Yeah. And we're going to start having some new stuff coming on too. Come October 2nd, I want to say it's Sunday, Mr. Robot comes back. And then after that, October 20th, HBO's Watchmen comes on. Like I said, I'm also going to talk about Disenchantment. There's a new Netflix movie, Raising Dion, that's based on a comic book. I'll probably talk about that as well. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I don't have my book handy. I don't have it within reach, so I can't tell you everything. I'll have it probably tomorrow with me. So excited for Mr. Robot, not so much for Watchmen. Yeah, Pen. I just know people are going to want to talk about Watchmen as well as Mr. Robot. Yeah. Yeah, Raising Dion looked really interesting, and that Michael B. Jordan is involved in it. He's a producer. He's also he has a minor role in there as well. Um, he's huge into comic books, which is awesome, and he's been producing a lot of comic book related stuff. And so I'm interested to see how this goes. It looks good. I mean, the production quality looks good. It looks like fun. And it's a movie, it's not a series. Quite honestly, I'm kind of done with bad adaptations of series. Especially from books where you change the whole premise, kind of like the Rook from being supernatural to superheroes. I mean, what the hell? I know superheroes are in and everything like that, or superpowers are in, but what, you can't do the supernatural thing? Is it too much, like other stuff that's out there? Oh, yeah, it is actually, but yeah. So, with that said, I will let you guys go for the evening. Thank you for everyone who joined me in the chat. Well, thank you, Viking Bitch, Pen Farm Girl, and Sir Cam Lanes out there. Superpowers are now a trend, like jelly shoes. Oh no, not like jelly shoes. I never had jelly shoes, nor did I ever want jelly shoes because, I have a penis. So there we go. Yes, I know I was being sexist on that one. You can send your hate mail to me. With that said, yes, I appreciated it too. Thank you, everybody. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. I will see you tomorrow for Titan Season 2. It sounds like my helicopter is arriving. So I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good night. And don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, someone may blissfully wipe your memory of a really bad TV show, only to wake you up and tell you that you have the opportunity to choose whether to keep not remembering about that show or to watch it all over again and suffer all over again. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.